Going live.
All right.
It's live. Oh, never mind.
Oh.
Failed to go live.
Liar.
I don't know what's going on. Probably Thunder's thing again. Oh, now it says live. Post publicly.
Oh, we're on here now.
Do any of you have it pulled up?
I got it up.
Is it live right now?
Yep. I just gotta refresh my page. Hold on.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool. Live.
Hey.
Post publicly. Except we don't have Thunder in here again.
Oh, we're on here now. Oh.
Alright, I'm back.
Here we go.
Won't work. I think
Do
I
any
have
of
a
you have it
solution.
pulled up?
I have it right now.
Alright, I have a solution. Hold on.
I got it up.
Hey.
Is it live right now?
Yep. I just gotta refresh my page. Yep.
Just so you guys know, I really can't hear you because my speakers suck. So if you say something and I don't respond, that's why.
There you go.
All right.
Hey.
Alright, someone invite me, or in this call, invite email livinlax1, L-I-V-I-N, lax1 at gmail.com. I have an idea.
I just invited it.
No, that's not working either. Weird. Heck. So weird. Alright, final attempt. Try getting tuckerlabelle at gmail.com. Tuckerlabelle. Invite that.
All right.
Alright, here we go. Let's see if it works now. Loading. Try getting Tucker LaBelle. Now it's making me install a plugin.
Yeah, you might need the plugin in order for it to work, because I had to download it on this computer.
Yeah, I'm checking one.
We have 4 viewers, it says, unless it's all of us.
Here.
I know I'm one of them.
I was one. Now I left. Now we only have 3.
Tucker LaBelle.
I have no clue what he said.
There we go. Loading. And I believe I'm in now. There we go.
Oh.
Holy crap.
What the heck?
The thing is, because my phone is up right next to it, so, like, the speakers just, like, decided to kill everybody's ears.
Alright, there we go. It worked. Finally.
Is it working? There we go.
I will
Now we gotta
announce.
Instagram this.
So wait, it's streaming on your page? Or on your YouTube?
Yeah, mine.
Alright. Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's live right now, so.
Alrighty. Let's see.
Alright, so. I guess my phone is right next to it. So, like, the speakers just, like, decided to kill everybody's ears. Yeah, the live stream's off by like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I streamed yesterday with someone and did the same thing. Does it say how many viewers we have right now on there?
It says 3. Who's all streaming it on their computers right now?
Me. I'm streaming it.
Not me. I did it last time and it just lagged. So.
Oh, like, Bolt, you're like the cover of the Instagram picture.
The what?
I just posted it on Instagram, and you're the on the video in the picture.
Like that pic. The link in my bio.
You know it's.
Yeah, I'm gonna link it in my bio real fast too.
I was about to say if you just.
So is everyone here right now, or what's going on with Thunder Strings?
I think he's here. He's just like video.
I'm back.
He's back. He was hiding.
Oh, I'm getting too many likes. I can't click anything on my phone.
Hey, that's a good problem to have.
I think it's funny when somebody finds your account follows you and then likes like 50 of your pictures in a row?
That
Yeah.
happens to me. That happens to me on a daily basis.
I know, I get that all the time.
I mean, it's not bad. I'm not complaining.
No, yeah, exactly.
It usually doesn't bother me because I'm usually logged into my personal anyways.
Right.
So I don't
Yeah,
get
and then you check it and you have like 85 likes on your
exactly.
account.
Yeah.
Alright, looks like we got another viewer though. I wonder, there's a place that you can ask questions. I have it pulled up on mine, but I don't know if where
I
it
mean,
is.
a bunch of people just commented on. I said if anybody wants to ask questions, just ask them here, and so they commented on this one. But I just announced where it's streaming, so I'll wait a minute and answer them so everybody can see it.
When you live stream it on the computer, there's this little thing on the screen that you can click, and it says "Be part of the conversation."
Yeah, I have that pulled up right now, so we can see them if they ask.
Also, people tend to comment on the YouTube section, the comment section a lot when you're doing live
Right.
stream.
I should have probably told people to ask questions and all, but oh well. Can you see who's viewing it right now?
No, I don't think you can do that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But yeah, don't we have some questions? We should start answering those.
Alright. Is that on Thunder's account?
Strings Beyond Things is the guy who's in here. He just commented on Thunder's picture.
Oh.
I recognize that name. He's been around for a while, or as long as
Okay.
I've been around at least.
I think String's the only one that... I think he did a live stream today, and I was watching that. Somebody was doing a live stream the other day, I don't remember who it was. Alright. Should we start answering these questions now?
We can answer his questions. He's the only one in here.
Is this Eastern time? Yes.
Yup.
And it's on my channel. You've already found that. And that's the only question.
Or Thunderstrings posted a picture earlier, and there's some questions on it.
Who did?
It's on Thunderstrings picture.
Oh, yeah.
His picture 3 hours ago.
For some reason, my server keeps going down.
Well, that's not good.
Nope.
Well, we're down to 2 viewers.
Hey, at least we're consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Below
there you
5 on average.
So, just got a comment from Strings Beyond Things saying, I'm kind of just sitting here, smiley face, are y'all going to talk about lacrosse or not?
Yeah, that's how I saw that.
Yeah. So, I'll go ahead and start stating the questions that people asked. Okay. So, many questions saying, can I join? But I didn't respond to those.
Strings Beyond Things thinks I have cool hair. That's pretty nice.
There you go. Alright, so guys, Dallas Lacrosse wants to know thoughts on his work. What do we think about that on Instagram?
I'll pull it up here. I saw
Strings
that.
goalie heads.
That's
Yeah,
some
it's
crazy.
all goalie heads, actually.
Well, on his mini eclipse, that's Red Star Lax or Thomas Ledine's little. I saw his video, or I didn't watch it, but I saw it. Like it came up my subscription thing. I didn't really watch how to do it.
Mesh.
But yeah.
Crayon mesh. I tried it kind of, and it was kind of okay-ish.
I tried it. It melted
for you?
in the sun when I tried using it.
I didn't even watch the video, so I don't even know how to do
Dallas
it.
Lacrosse, the M80X from Dallas Lacrosse. That's actually not bad.
I like the shooters on his Brian Clutch 3.
Yeah, that's pretty sick looking.
The
color.
M80, I don't know what it is about the M80X now, but like it's kind of been blowing up almost as a head that a lot of people are getting strung or a lot of
I
people
actually have that
using
right here. I have an
I always
M80.
thought it was I like the face shape a lot. It's just obviously it's gonna hourglass like no other, you know.
It's
How the
way
shape
more
is a lot.
flexible for anything.
There's 3 of them. They all hourglassed.
It would be good for face-offs, I would imagine. But other
Yeah,
than
that's
that,
what I use mine for. I have some otter mesh on it. It warps way too easy.
I feel like that would be a stick that people would just buy to do stick tricks on.
Yeah.
That's what it looks the best for. His Eclipse is sweet. The American flag mesh.
That's
the red
nice and nice mesh. I love his mesh.
I haven't used it before.
All right, so the next question
I
from
haven't used it, but I've strung it up and it's really nice.
Alright. What's our next question?
is, what is your favorite waxed mesh?
Alright, who wants to go first? Okay, I'll go.
All right.
Server went down again.
Go ahead.
Next question. Oh, someone Preplax commented, I'm watching boys all the way from the Dominican Republic. Gotta get my daily dose of lacrosse.
Yeah, I like to hear that.
Shout out to him. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
One of my
Alright,
buddies just had a trip down there that he filmed a documentary up on baseball down there. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, one of my dad's friends always goes in the Dominican for baseball. I don't know if he's a scout or I mean I know he films, but I don't know what.
Yeah.
Strings Beyond Things wants to know what we think about his work.
Strings
I
Beyond
need to
Things.
find out where are they mainly commenting on.
Yeah, which picture are they commenting on? The most recent one?
The picture
It's,
posted
all-
3 hours ago by
all three of the most recent on my page.
Oh, okay, cool.
Strings Beyond Things. I have a lot of respect for his work because he does some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, pretty
Not
nice.
gonna lie.
Yeah, like I was saying, he's been
Especially-
around for a
especially
while.
with some of those custom bury mesh baits, he did some pretty awesome string ups. I saw that one in his blue stallion. That was pretty sick.
Oh yeah, I saw that one
Oh,
too.
the Carolina and red one.
Yeah, he's got some pretty awesome stuff on his page. And his new carbon shaft and optic, that's pretty sick.
That's a good setup.
Yeah, that is a pretty good setup. Yep, Strings Beyond Things, A+.
For sure.
Agreed. Yeah, that's
And
a
then,
pretty sick
back
cut
to-
with the carbon.
I'm just gonna search.
So back to Thunderstring's picture. What was your favorite waxed mesh?
Oh yeah. Who's starting on that one?
My favorite wax mesh by far is Bury Mesh, which I have in my Evo Pro 2.0, and I have in I have a box pinch stick. Best part about Bury Mesh, in my opinion, is that it's the softest mesh that softest wax mesh I've ever used.
That's what I have on too.
Yeah, and I use traditional. So in all my gamers, I use traditional. So if I need to use wax for a backup, or if I need to use mesh at all, I like to use the softest stuff. So I always go with Bury Mesh for that, and it's super cheap, so you can't really beat it.
Yeah, I used his back in box last year, and I like it. It's nice and light. It's super soft. I like soft mesh. The only thing is, I don't like the channel that extends all the way to the top. I like having like a lower pocket on mine, but it still throws really nicely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
Has a lot of give.
East Coast mesh on my because it's really waterproof. Get a nice big big bag. So
How's these?
I just got East Coast Mesh Black, and it's meant up in San Diego, and a couple of the days was over 100, so the mesh started getting like super waxy, and it changed up a little bit. But when it got into the cooler weather, it like froze up, so it's really hard now. So you gotta like re-break it in after the weather changes. But it's not bad. It still throws consistently. So
Me personally, I dislike ECM Black greatly. I haven't used it in a stick, but for stringing, in my opinion, it is a pain in the ass.
ECM topic. Hold on. So, it's my Evo 4X, green ECM in it, and my brother wanted to try stringing it up, so he strung it up. This stuff flaked so much.
It flaked a lot, yeah.
It was ridiculous. And then yesterday I used it in the rain, and afterward it got hard as a rock, like because of the rain, like after it dries.
I'm pretty sure it's the same wax formula. It's just on a already coated piece of mesh because he uses the like super thin or super light like base mesh. But then I think he coats. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, there's debate whether he uses ultralight Stringer Shack or he actually has his own distributor up there. Because I know like with barrier lacrosse, they actually have like their own loom, like Gimalax, where they make their own tight mesh. Because even here in Ohio, people have textile companies and they'll make raw mesh.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
cool.
sure though, 'cause it has the feel honestly of a Stringer Shack ultralight, so
It's
probably
real thin too.
Yeah, I had the same problem with that where it got really hard, but still
Yeah.
throws nice.
Because like I was texting the guy who runs Stringer Shack, and I was like, we're talking about possibly him being our supplier, which he is now, and he was like, we have 2 out of the top 5 mesh companies in the world using ours, and I was like, can you name them? And he's like, no, we can't really name them. So I mean, I'm pretty sure it's East Coast Ice if it's the top 5. So
Yeah.
I would say it is.
All right.
Guys, should we add strings beyond things? Who wants to get on?
Sure. Yeah, I can add them.
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
but
Here's the question.
you got a question on here.
All right.
It says, in the future of your business, do you think you're going to evolve into a mesh making company as well as stringing for bolt lax?
Whose photo was commented on?
This
This
one
is
is
on
just
the-
on the
the question thing.
live stream. Yeah.
Who is the comment directed to?
Bolt lax.
It says Apple.
What'd you say?
In the future of your business, do you think you are going to evolve into a mesh making company as well as stringing?
No. Wax making is it's quite hard. But yeah, tried that Thunder Strings mesh.
Yeah,
I
there
like
you go.
that stuff. Should make goalie. But I think I'm just gonna stick with buying mesh, string up for people because
Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
I considered that for the longest time, not doing mesh, just because, I mean, with school and everything, it does become kind of a problem, like, having that. But, I mean, I figured out if I just make it on the weekends now, it's not that bad. You just do a bunch of it one time.
Yeah. I
just-
stopped for a little bit, but I don't know. A lot of people have been saying they like it, so I might start making it up again.
Yeah, you should. I mean, honestly, if you're going to try to choose Mr. Pink Mesh, I mean, he's an awesome guy. I don't know. You could probably make a competitive mesh. I mean, it's not that hard.
Yeah. Well, the only thing is he has a dude that will dye it like really cleanly for him, so that's why I want a piece from his.
Well, I
He's gonna do
know.
it Superman room.
I know the deal with him is he has a uncle in Taiwan or something. I'm not sure. But his uncle actually owns a textile company that makes his raw mesh.
Yeah.
So he's not ordering from anybody, which helps a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I don't know. As far as wax mesh goes, I think it's really getting to the point now that it's really oversaturated because you have so many different brands and so many different companies that when you look for a wax mesh to buy, it's not like it's hard to stray away for like the uneducated person that doesn't like us, like we're on Instagram all the time or
exactly.
YouTube looking at different meshes. For anyone who's not doesn't know that, you search wax mesh on Google or something like that, you're gonna get thrown or you're gonna get East Coast. So it's just hard.
That's the reason that I kind of did our mesh. You probably know Bolt using it, but I kind of made ours so there's really not much tack at all, and it's not gooey. It's more almost it's like in between a semi-hard and performance mesh feel. So it's not it's not really
super waxy, but at the same time it's not like dry.
Yeah. Because like I know up here in Ohio, in this region particularly, almost everybody uses hard mesh. So the whole way I made the mesh kind of catered to that, but at the same time be waterproof and not have problems.
Yeah, it's like here in Vegas, it's so hot and there's like barely any rain that nobody needs the wax mesh, but we use it in indoor because they use swamp coolers, so it's just super humid and everything starts bagging and so it's only a small amount of time here in Vegas that people use wax mesh.
I don't know. I mean, I've been happy to have wax mesh the past 5 days here because we've had like severe thunderstorms each night, and I can just go out there.
We had a huge thunderstorm. I'm like 5 minutes, 10 minutes from Cincinnati, so that's how close, like how far north I am in Kentucky. But I know. Well, in the players around here, like the teams that we play against, there's the really like uneducated people that just have a stick and they just go with whatever, and then there's the other end that they know everything about it. So you see all those guys using String King's really popular, and then just the main wax mesh is like East Coast or Throne.
Honestly, up here I'm finding that a lot of people are using money mesh now. Like they don't even actually know what it is. They'll just go because all the stores around here carry money mesh. So any of the kids that are even just starting lacrosse, they'll walk in there, they'll see this awesome design like the flag mesh.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, honestly, it's not a bad mesh.
I'm trying to get a piece of that. For my next stick, I usually do a traditional and a mesh, like for backups or whatever. I've been thinking about trying out money mesh or String King 1S.
Do you use throne leathers or just normal leathers?
The first time that I've used them, well, like I said before, we have 2 guys that run this account. This is the first time we use throne leather, and it's awesome.
It is.
I'm not a big fan of throne leathers.
I mean, otherwise, if I don't use, this is the first time we used it. When I string traditionals, I just strung this one yesterday. I do my own like oil treatment and stuff like that. So I don't work I hate stringing with just like a straight the package Jim Lax leather, because they're just so dry and.
Have you ever tried baseball leathers, like for gloves, restringing gloves?
I haven't.
You really should, because they're like insanely cheap. Like you can get a 100-yard roll of them for $5.
Damn.
Are they the same thickness and everything?
They're a little bit thinner, but they're like way more durable. It's ridiculous.
So like softer?
So give it like a more.
Not necessarily softer. It's like the same consistency, but it's a tiny bit thinner. They feel like. I know like Taylor Parsi from Strong Island Strings. I sent him a while back some to string up, and he said they're superior to all ones he's strung up with. But I mean, they're really cheap.
Yeah, my experience with throne leathers is they're not very durable.
Are they?
Like I had it for like a couple weeks playing in the rain and stuff, and they just started to like sort of warp. But that's just because traditionals maybe aren't for me.
Well, the thing about I feel like wax on leather is a lot of you'd have to change out the formula a lot than you would having it on a piece of like fiber, on your mesh.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I never expected there to be like a waxed leather because I didn't think it would work honestly. And when he came out with those, I was like, I mean, it's worth a try. But
Well-
like we just strung it up last night, so there's obviously no endurance that we can say about. But
Yeah. Hey, someone invite stringsbeyondthings@yahoo.com.
I got it.
All right.
all right, you got it.
All right, and then another question is, what do you think about Rocket Pocket?
I like Rocket Pocket.
I think they're
I
cool.
think it's cool
They're
that-
nice and sound.
I
It's
like the
cool.
style aspect.
The dyes are extremely clean. That's because they've been doing it forever,
Yeah.
and you just have to really appreciate like the story behind their company and like kind of how that's a whole family-run company that was run like because I don't know if you guys seen it, but it's I think Lacrosse All Stars. Was it like Flip? Was it All Stars or was
Yeah,
it
it's
the
mainly
Lacrosse family?
Philip Domberg and his son.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, that was
such.
good.
I thought that was such a cool video, and it just like I don't know, it just kind of captures like the feel of like lacrosse as a sport in the community and
Yeah.
how.
Yeah, like the history that they have.
Not to give
Yeah.
Flip bad feed or anything, or Epoch or Epic, but the Hawk, in my opinion, was somewhat of a fail because
Yeah,
I
They
mean-
built it up so much before it came out, and then everyone forgot about it, and then now it's out
and
again.
now it's
and
out.
like,
Yeah, exactly.
And
See,
it's
the
like,
thing
wait,
about
I
it,
forgot that was a thing.
the aspect that I can see it being used for that I could really, really benefit from is face-offs because it has an insane amount of flex to the point that it's not warping; it just goes right back.
Really?
The only
Yeah,
I
thing
haven't
I don't
even
like is
touched
there's no
one yet, so I
offset.
don't know.
They're gonna sell different flex levels of it apparently, and now they just have like one, but they're coming out with 2 more flex levels at the head.
Wait, flex levels in the head?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you'll have a stiff head, you'll have a specifically face-off head like a ghost, and then you'll have one in the middle for maybe like a LSM or something like that.
That's pretty cool, though.
See, I think
Yeah.
that's a good idea, but
I
head
think you're
itself?
somewhat overbuilding the head.
yeah,
Yeah.
like going a little too deep into it. And I hear that the offset in it, it's different from all the other heads. I haven't
There's
tried
no
it,
offset.
so I don't know.
What's up, String?
Salutations.
Nice things.
Sorry, I had to join this. I'm sorry. What were we talking about?
The Epic Hawk.
Epic Hawk, yeah.
Oh no, I don't like the Hawk.
Same. I like the
I
fact.
haven't got my hands on it.
I was still like the fact
The
that you
no
can-
offset look was a
face-offs.
terrible idea.
Yeah. The fact you can use it for face-offs, though, could be a fact that a lot of Fogos could benefit from, especially Greg Beast, because the durability and the flex of it is really nice, but honestly, as a field head, specifically like attack, it's going to be a fail.
I know.
They
As
need
far
to
as
get
It's
The
even,
input
I think
of
that's what they're
the
trying to
player.
get at, though.
Face-offs?
No,
No,
they were
I mean,
trying
it was
they were-
supposed
they
to
were-
be. It was supposed to
be a field.
be a specifically leather pocket head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole design of it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Oh,
Thunder
go.
Strings, how'd you get a Hawk?
I ended up writing them like probably about a year ago, just chatting it up, just talking to them, talking about their business. And once the Hawk kind of got announced, they're like, "Do you guys want a Hawk? We could send you that otter mesh down." I'm like, "Heck yeah, why not?" Do a review on it. It worked
did you
out.
have to send it back?
No, I still have it.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
It's
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's still a prototype head, but there's not a huge difference, so I don't even care.
As for on the topic of like different flexes, there's a big explosion of different flex shafts on the market, and one that's really like interesting to me is the Redline shafts because they have different flex points, and they have like a face-off shaft that has the flex towards the top of the head, and I don't know, just trying to segue into another topic.
Redline is the only company that I can see really managing the flex levels well. Like I know with Haywire,
Jewel's doing it too.
yeah, I've had Haywire shafts, and there's not really
I
a
have
huge
to.
difference. With
Yeah,
Nick-
I have one. They're not very durable.
No, they're really not. And honestly, Redline
Oh
and
gosh.
Redline is another company. I feel like they're the only company that can honestly manage the whole flex levels and not just have one carbon shaft.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I think
So-
Epic is kind of moving toward that, though.
Yeah, okay, that's it. It was Epic and Redline. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, because I felt an Epic yesterday, at the store of my house, and they are so light for a carbon shaft. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's too.
It's like I have this C12 here. It's actually made in Columbus. So he sent me this down, and it's very light for a carbon shaft. But after doing the hawk, it was no question how much lighter it was. It's ridiculous. And this is just one flex though, so that's why.
So I have the
Cross shafts,
I
the
had
flex
the
ones
Haywire.
at the World Games. I've heard reviews that they're extremely heavy.
What? What shaft?
The Joel lacrosse shaft,
They are.
the Drool ones?
I know
they're
because
the one that were snapping every other shaft.
they're durable, but you sacrifice the weight for the durability.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have these shafts up, like, around you guys. Because I think it's like a local thing to this area, but they're called C12 shafts.
That's this right here. It's made in Columbus, yeah.
Yeah, it's made
okay.
by.
Yeah. I
Okay,
was
yeah.
talking to the owner about a couple months ago.
Do they have like a weird texture grip on them?
Yeah,
They're-
it looks
They're
like actual, like,
they're like
fiberglass
they're
on
like
it.
snakeskin. It's
I
ridiculous.
was at a tournament and they had those and it was ridiculous. So they were selling for like $150 now. I was
They're
like,
really expensive.
Honestly, in my opinion,
I've never heard of it.
they're honestly worth it because
Yeah, worth it.
my shot speed has went up 10 miles an hour with this because of the flexion. Like it's ridiculous.
Because my
And they're-
friend went up and
The best part about it is they have a lifetime warranty. So
Oh really? Oh yeah, that's pretty big then.
I mean, if you break one, which you eventually will, you get another one absolutely free. So pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's like
I just-
Haywire. I broke one of their shafts in a practice. I was just shooting and I hit a depot with it, and it just snapped in half. And I sent it in, and the warranty was over with, and it was over by like 6 months. And they still sent me a new one, so I got the new one. I'm not going to use it though.
Yeah, because I know that
Yeah.
they're a pretty small. They're a pretty small family-owned company.
They
Yeah,
made a big improvement on their shafts, though. Before, there was like it was like, had no grip, it was super smooth, and it was...
You have the composite shaft or the alloy?
This is I have the old version of this, and this is the newer one. This is like the matte, more of a matte finish, actually gives you grip on the stick. As opposed to the old ones, they're like, in the rain, oh my gosh, it was terrible.
All right, we have a question from Evan Stein on Instagram. What's your favorite wax mesh?
Did we already cover this one?
Yeah.
Some of
yeah,
us.
I'll move on. What's your favorite stick, or what do you prefer as your game rate? Was asked.
Yeah. I think that just kind of covered on like the flex shafts,
Yeah.
but
Alrighty, let's see. Best goalie mesh. There you go.
my opinion, not
That's a
many
good question.
companies actually make goalie mesh. If you think about it, like there's Jimawax, East Coast, Throne, and then there's not many other companies that make their own wax mesh. You have to choose from like one of the bigger brands.
Yeah.
And so I've tried Throne and East Coast because I don't like hard mesh.
Yeah, I've tried drone goalie mesh when I strung it up once, and it actually wasn't that bad. I wasn't impressed by it actually.
I like throwing goalie mesh.
Yeah,
I
just
strung it up
The only
and I like it a lot better than East Coast.
I'll tell you what I want to try. I want to try Moose Mesh from Mark Mesh. They're Moose Mesh
yeah.
that has it's like a 4D mesh that's like giant.
Giant
It's ridiculous.
diamonds. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That looks sick. Yeah.
I
And
strung
then
up a goalie head with Ninja Mesh.
I hear that there's going to
and
be
that was
goalie
easy to string.
mesh.
Goalie what?
Goalie strings. He has a shield strung up with goalie otter mesh, and I'd like to get my hands on that because that could be.
That guy.
That's not gonna rip though.
Goalie strings.
Yeah, my piece of otter mesh ripped, which is a disappointment.
Did it really rip? I thought
Yeah.
it was like military grade.
Yeah. I have otter mesh too.
I've strung up otter mesh.
I've had it's too close to a 20 mil for me.
Yeah, see, it ripped right here down on the bottom string.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, all String Kings mesh usually, if you don't use, because if you buy a kit from them, they sell it as like the bottom lace as a shooting string, and that's because I've seen countless people their mesh tear it, and it's Epic's mesh, but it's a shrinking product still.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh,
I think that Epic is trying to make too many things too fast.
True.
Yeah,
should-
they're just
They
trying
pretty
to
much have the
take-
carbon shaft. Yeah, they have the carbon shaft market like pretty much locked down. They should probably keep that niche as opposed to getting like completely involved with everything else.
Honestly, I'd like to see Epic create a helmet. I feel like that with the technology and everything they
That would
use,
look
they
pretty
could create
sick.
a nice helmet.
That would look pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could get one of those Easton helmets that like has two parts to it.
Oh, the
We could have a train wreck like that.
I honestly wanted one of those forever just to have.
Those are cool helmets.
I don't know if cool's the right word, but
Well, they're different.
they're unique.
They're different.
Awkward looking.
They're different like the rest of Easton's products.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the next question from Pamlico Stringing Company. Anyone looking for heads?
You know that?
Are you giving them to us? Because
Dude,
I'm always looking for it.
You know how many comments I get of people spamming my page? It's ridiculous.
Yes.
It's
Like if you go to any large lacrosse company, there's gonna be like advertising, like
Dude.
follow if you hate baseball, follow for this.
Yesterday,
follow for that.
yesterday I got a comment, and I'm trying to think. I think it said, does anybody need a haywire high flex shaft that is pink? I'm trying to sell it right now. I'm like, is this a Craigslist ad?
For real.
For real?
He does work
I don't-
on Metal Lacrosse or Metal Axe. He does those posts all the time where it's like,
Yeah, but like
playing
that's
stuff.
acceptable.
I find stuff on there all the
That's
time.
Metal Axe though.
Metal
Yeah,
Axe is
That's
good.
different though. You can't just you don't just go saying that on someone's page, you know.
Yeah.
All right,
Wait,
you guys
hey,
want
speaking of things, do you remember there was that kid who was like acting like he was one of the COO of East Coast Guys,
Yeah.
and you and I started raging at him? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, that kid made me so mad.
I was
I-
laughing so hard at that.
I actually wrote to Greg, he responded, and he said, I'm going to check out the page right now and get it shut down.
It's
I'm
so
like,
funny. That was probably one of the funniest
Oh,
things.
the ECD Greg Instagram account.
No, that one's funny too, though.
That's like a parody account. That's
Oh,
Yeah.
That's funny.
So many people, they're not even trying to do a parody, they're just trying to straight up fake it. And it's so funny.
No, we're talking about this kid that was like probably like 10.
Yeah.
Tried to say that he was the CEO
Well, like
of.
photoshopping his face.
It's like, I know the East Coast Guys formula. Greg says I get the company in a year. It was like something really funny.
Oh, I remember that whole thing.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
That kid.
Here's a good question. What do you guys prefer? East, not Mesh, but like as a company, Throne or East Coast?
East Coast.
That's hard. I grew
I
up
like
watching
everyone.
East Coast Dive.
East Coast mix shafts,
All
mesh.
right, I'm gonna go on a quiet rant here. I dislike East Coast Guys because he had investors and his parents give him a lot of money to start his business. And in all reality, Throne didn't really have that. Throne kind of just got it running and started it. And as you've seen from his original videos, he started small, very small.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
That's true.
Honestly,
was,
I have to give this to Throne for the way he built this and his overall morality of his business compared to East Coast Guys. That they really don't have that many products out about them, and
True.
they're really not focused on fanboys like East Coast Guys is.
That's true.
I prefer Throne as well, because one, I'm like kind of like a design-oriented type of person, and watching his content is obviously way more like appealing to me, because you can see the production value that goes into all the stuff that he creates.
Throne Chronicles, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like he puts a lot more into like the branding almost. I don't know, and you get more of the personality when you go do that, and I don't know. I prefer him for that. And
I originally started watching East Coast Eyes, and that was like the original one that I watched all the time. And then I found Throne like after I've already been watching East Coast for like a year, and then Throne came up, and I like watching Throne because they're more entertaining on their YouTube, I think,
very much so.
which makes me want to watch them more. East Coast Dies is very repetitive,
Yeah. See, when I started,
but I have mad respect for both.
Don't get me wrong, they're both
Yeah,
great
yeah.
stringers.
Right,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I have ridiculous amount of respect for both of them. I mean, they've brought their businesses so far with even what they both started with, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throne, well, Joe, he applied to be Weston from Colorado's like protege, and like forever ago in one of his videos.
Right.
And that's like where he first started. Like, oh yeah, I got accepted as
Also,
his like partner or whatever.
I like Nick from DMG. He's pretty cool. And
Yeah,
Clutch
DMG
Fanatic.
back.
They both
DMG.
have pretty awesome pages.
I don't watch his YouTube, so I can't comment on that.
Yeah. I wish Jim Lax would upload more videos.
Yeah, I know, right? They hardly ever do videos.
Yeah. They do like
But they're the single most like biggest supplier of mesh to
That's true.
the world, though. So they obviously have to stay pretty busy, I would imagine.
I kind of like. I will say that I like String King more than just plain old Jim Lax mesh because it's so much thinner.
So much better, and it's more consistent. I think that's so true. So true.
I got a prototype look at String King. Like I didn't know what it was at the time, but I went to a camp in my area. It's called Southern Ohio Shootout, and Matt Donovan was there, he played with. He's I think he's a senior this year for Cornell.
Yeah.
And he played with Rob Pennell and everything. He was like, yeah, we're pushing this. You know, Rob uses this. Like our whole attack line uses it and everything like that. And he was selling kits for like $20 and stuff like that. I was like. And I don't know. That was just kind of a cool, because at the time I had no idea.
String King is honestly run by like one guy. Like he has employees, but he really has the whole operation down in. I think it's in Massachusetts. I'm pretty sure. But they got some pretty cool stuff up there.
Oh, they have very cool stuff over there.
But if we go back to looking for any heads, I'm looking for a Blade 2.0. Just
I have a budget that has a Blade 2.0.
I'm looking for anybody here or anybody who's watching this. I need 2 to 3 Evo 4 or 4Xs.
Why?
Those have been in
I'm
demand.
getting that
Because
one.
I have never shot harder or more accurate with a head that's not I've never shot harder or accurate than the Evo 4X.
Oh, really?
I'm getting an Evo 4X. I just bought it for $65.
I personally don't like the Evo 4X.
Wait,
Fake shape
where did you get $65?
Somebody offered it to me. It's brand new, so I'm gonna get that one. And I think I'm gonna dye it up with like a Superman dye, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, a lot of people do that for some reason with their Evos. So, what do you guys prefer, the optic or the burn?
Burn.
Burn.
The burn is a more aggressive.
I'm gonna say optic because I went and tested out the optic and the burn at the store yesterday, and after having the optic in my hand, it feels like the most flimsy head and cheapest built head I've ever had.
The burn or the optic?
I don't know. The optic, when I had it, felt very durable and sturdy and made well. I mean, granted, it is a little bit heavier, or it feels heavier in your hand. It's not, but I don't know. The burn just overall felt like a beginner's head. It was really.
That's by far the thinnest head I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And that's really what it's marketed to because, well, one thing you guys noticed, the sidewall is the exact same as the NOS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not that, I mean, because you guys, again, have seen, like, the NOS S, the solid NOS, so I was like, are we getting that, or is the burn the solid NOS? And either way, the burn is obviously severely light. But with people who can't buy a head like 2 heads a season, you know, it's just not ideal for like a high school or like that type of player. Because I can see it not warping because of how like thin and like I haven't messed with one, so I don't really know, but it just looks pretty flimsy.
It just feels flimsier. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the build of it or what it is. It just feels, the plastic feels so much different than all the other Warrior plastics.
Kind of like when you pick up a Rabel Next and you pick up a Rabel. Like Rabel has actual plastic. Rabel Next.
Yeah.
It's like mac and cheese.
The whole build of the burn feels almost exact to the Rabel, the Rabel, original Rabel. It has almost the exact same plastic feel and weight and everything. I mean, face shape's different, obviously.
How's the flex of the burn though?
When people are always saying it's the updated Evo 4, I honestly feel like it's nothing.
Burn?
Evo 4. Yeah.
I
Everyone's
don't
on
see that at all.
the updated Evo 4. Like even East Coast Nice' video of the burner, it was like, this is the updated Evo 4. I'm like, it looks and feels nothing like Evo 4.
The Evo 4 is really stiff,
Yeah, it's really stiff. Exactly.
so I don't
I know,
see
if
how
you watch-
And the face shape isn't even the
If you watch
same.
the Kyle
Not at
Hartzell,
all.
if you watch the Kyle Hartzell GoPro video of the shootout for soldiers last year, he actually was facing off with an Evo 4 HS. With the free,
Wow,
yeah,
please.
I don't know. Like I face off with my Evo 4X every now and then, and it warps so badly.
Well, that's with a deep pull. Like when you go like send out a long pull or an LSM or whatever to face off, you're not looking to like pinch and pop. You're just looking to
No, but that's the thing. He straight up pinched and popped, and it didn't work.
Did he
It was
really?
like, yeah, I don't know if maybe Warrior sent like a special model or something, you know.
He probably just baked it, honestly.
Yeah. I never thought, like, back in the background here, I don't know if you can see, but I have this long pull I bought today. I bought an OG, it's like, I think it's OG Cryptolite, but it's a Cryptolite of some series, and I got it for $20 playing in sports. And I put it with my Clutch 3 head, and I took a face off with it, and the Clutch 3 bends all the way around and goes.
That's
it
what
doesn't-
Fowler uses.
Exactly, it doesn't work. Like I was expecting with like the like dual mold and everything, it would snap or warp, and neither happened. So weird.
Yeah, I've broken a couple
better with the
clutches.
dual mold.
Those aren't very durable heads.
I hate the dual molding, but the Clutch 3
The
is,
Clutch 3 got
dual
so much
mold
better.
is
Those
insanely
snap.
like strong.
I absolutely
like-
hate Clutch 2. I just can't let
The
you
Clutch,
go.
yeah, exactly. With the Clutch
Even
2.
even the regular Clutch 2 that's not dual shot is like ugliest sin in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
something
I
about
had
it.
two
Wrong
Clutch
with that
2s and
one,
both
like-
of them Hourglass, like within the first couple weeks.
Yeah. I know OG clutches, you can face off with them, but you really have to bake them.
No, I can't. I can't face off with an OG Clutch.
Yeah? Yeah, I know this little kid in my league, the same age as me, he's tiny. He faces off with them, he does pitch and pops and everything. It's ridiculous.
What's everyone's favorite face-off head then? Even if you don't take face-offs, but like everyone does tries to plunge every once in a while. So what's your
Honestly, I'm going to probably say the superpower.
Yep,
Okay.
superpower. That's what I use.
Yeah. I play- Right. See, when I play
CEO.
either short, when I'm doing midi and I'm playing short pull or LSM, I'll have a superpower and I'll face off with it. And I mean, I can get pinch and pops every time. There's no problem
Yeah.
with it. You know, it
I like the
doesn't.
CEO for it.
The
Yeah, I
biggest
like the wide pinch on it compared to the proton power.
I mean, the thing about me
Like-
is that compared to all the other heads, I feel like the superpower is superior at any position. You can really
Yes.
use it.
You can use it anywhere.
Granted, D might be a little bit tough.
Okay, D,
Yeah, you might be a little different, but
Yeah.
It's not stiff enough
use
to
it,
use
you
in
can use
defense.
attack or you can use MIDI. I mean,
Yeah, I've used it for years. I've used it at attack, and it works fine. I mean, it's great. But
I
I mean,
need my CEO for attack. I think the CEO is a little too stiff for me for face-off, but
oh,
the
really?
attack-
Oh, mine
past.
is super flimsy. Because I've been using this one for probably a year and a half. So I beat this thing in, and it's perfect
see-
right now.
My this is black CEO too. This is stiff as shit. But my buddy's white CEO is great for like it's so easy to pinch and pop with it. It's awesome.
I don't
yeah, I
know
got
what
the
it is.
CEO used, so it's a little
It just-
stiffer. I'm joke.
It bends. This thing just wraps the ball so perfectly. I don't know. I've been using this for a year and a half and it works perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the thing about me though when I take LSM face-offs is I don't really flex the head or anything. I normally either jam them or I just get the ball out as fast as I can.
Yeah,
It's not.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
never
more-
trying that.
It's
I'm always-
more flattening the opponent. Is what I do normally.
All right. So next question on your picture was, I believe, what's your gamer?
Yeah, and then after that, what shaft shapes do you guys like best?
Yeah.
I love my
my
gamer.
gamer
I'm
is a
obsessed.
Warrior Void and a Maverick Wonder Boy.
Mm-hmm.
That goes along with the next question. I like the shape of the Wonder Boy.
It's the most aggressive shaft shape that I
You know what?
really
This
is out there.
That's super concave.
This is an STX vanadium shaft I got for $15 at Play Against Sports area, and it has, out of all their shafts that I've felt, the closest feel to the Wonder Boy I've ever felt, but it's actually lighter than the Wonder Boy. It's just ridiculous.
My favorite's the Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
Except I break shafts too easily, so I just started using these beginner shafts.
Yeah, Wonder Boy's pretty strong though.
Have you guys ever felt an A1?
Got one right here.
Yes.
I don't know. See,
That's what I was getting
I
to.
don't like A1s just for the fact they feel like
I
an
love
older
the grip.
It's weird.
Wait, what did you say? Sorry, I didn't hear.
It also doesn't really follow the Maverick guidelines that they've used in the past for shapes, you know?
It's not
But I
really.
love
Man.
the
It's a
shaft.
it's a concave.
Look
Really?
at the range shaft
The
though.
range is concave.
The range is
The range is round on that back, isn't it? Like that outlet shaft, the goalie shaft, isn't it round on the back of it?
What do you mean on the back? Like on this part?
Like yeah, on the back of the back end of the shaft. There's one of Maverick shafts. It's completely smooth, like it's round
Oh, I've never seen that.
yeah, I've
on
never
one
seen
of
it.
those shafts.
Their newest shaft, the Union, that all the Showtime players got at the tournament with the adjustable butt end.
Okay,
That one's gonna be good.
That's
Oh,
that's
those are
really
sick.
awesome.
I didn't even see that.
Honestly, I'm gonna stick with my simple shafts. I don't like things that have too many features because they normally go overwhelming and they don't really change, you know?
I just have a
I just want
Reebok
to try it.
black deep hole that I cut in half. I got the whole deep hole for like $60 or $80 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm getting a metric U, and I'm putting it on my. It's a Maverick H2 that I got off GTX Lacrosse for. I got the whole deep hole for $25, and I cut it down, and it's a great shorty now.
You said the H2?
Yeah,
H2's a good
Yeah, I
shaft.
like that. It's a good shaft.
I like H2s. Yeah. All right, so my gamer overall, I hate to say it, but this is East Coast Mesh. The reason I'm using it still is because I got it to the point that it's more like a semi-hard now because it's so used. So that's kind of nice actually. It's an Evo 4X with an STX Vanadium.
My gamer
Oh, go ahead.
I use the Stallion. I mean, this is the one I got dyed from Lacrosse Unlimited, which I think is absolutely sick.
It's awesome.
I loved it so much that I had to keep it. I got a Birdie mesh in it. That's my favorite wax mesh.
Yeah.
But I'm probably switching to String King because I use String King in my face-off stick, and I have to say String King. I love String King.
Is it one S?
1S, yeah, I put 1S on the studio.
Yeah. My gamer, Black Nike CEO, regular Germalax leathers, nothing treated. I kept it college legal. And then just on a regular Reebok black shaft, which is probably the best product they ever made.
That's true.
Reebok black
Reebok.
awesome.
Their black line was good.
This shaft is one of the lighter shafts I've ever felt for like a regular alloy shaft, and it's
cheap,
strong
too.
as shit. And like because I played attack this past year, and there's no chips or anything. There's not a crack. Well, I mean, there's like graphic burns and stuff like that, but other than that, it's like it's awesome. It's so light.
Everything's fine.
I gotta go. But next chat,
Cool.
I'll be in there.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
See you.
Alright, Steven.
People,
Yeah.
But the next question though, kind of already answered it. Was what shaft shapes do you like? And I'm just gonna go with the Wonder Boy / concave feeling. I like that a lot.
I don't like.
I just like
actually-
traditional. I just like traditional. I don't really
Yeah,
have
I go
a.
traditional as well.
Yeah.
I have two different shaft shapes that I like. I like this. I like the A1. I like the concave. The concave is I do like it because like
the A1.
thumb just slides in it.
The big thing about the A1 is the sides, like the side rails almost, are actually like dented in, like they're pushed in.
Yeah. I feel like I would like that more than the Wonder Boy. The Wonder Boy is just kind of to me feels like too much, but
Yeah.
that I felt A1s and I like A1s a lot.
The other shaft I was gonna say I like is the classic style but with a textured grip. That's a pretty cool shaft.
Yeah,
Like
like the
a-
dragonfly.
Yeah, kind of like the Dragonfly or like the C12. They have different textures, but they're like a classic shape.
Kind of like a new like Scanium Pro or Side Type Pro. It's just pretty
Yeah.
much with the sandpapery grip.
Right.
I also like.
That's what I like. I like that grip on it. I don't like anything too much on there.
This is what I tried last year. I tried the X30 from the Dragonfly, and I do have to say that this shape's pretty good too. Because I mean, basically what it says. It's kind of shaped like an X. Like the sides and the top and bottom are popped out, but then the corners are popped in. I don't know. It felt good playing with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Epic's
Really?
products. Epic
I think
shafts.
Epic shafts in general. If you throw me any style, I would be able to play with.
Right,
I
yeah.
personally, I don't even like carbon fiber shafts as a general rule. I just like the feeling of just the alloy shafts. It being, I don't know, I just kind of feel like I have more control over it being like, I don't know, it being hollow. Kind of, I just like it the better feel with that. I don't know. I feel like I can do much more with that as opposed to carbon fiber one.
Yeah.
With the carbon fiber, I feel like they're gonna break easily.
They do. They honestly do, but most of the companies that do carbon fiber have really good warranties on them.
Yeah.
I've found.
That's like I broke one of these just shooting, and the depot went up and tapped my stick, and it broke in half.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing is like that's the thing you sacrifice for these durability, but a lot. I mean, carbon fiber shafts. I mean, in all honesty, they improve your shot speed, as well as a lot of them are a lot lighter than most shafts.
True.
Yeah.
See, I guess I'm kind of, well, I don't know. I guess I have a bad example, but like the Haywire, it's really not that light. That's the only carbon fiber shaft that I've played with. It's
Haywire's
really
known
not that
for
light.
Haywire-
Haywire.
Not being very
I
light.
honestly feel like Haywire is kind of almost like a gimmick in the sense that
It was like East Coast Dies shaft.
right. It doesn't really fit into the whole carbon fiber. And almost the same thing with one Lacrosse. Is it really is not a great shaft? And all the shafts I've tried for one Lacrosse are not great shafts.
Yeah, like the cutter.
Right, exactly. I mean, they're all East Coast. They sold a lot because East Coast Dies is either shot in that one. I mean, videos about them or use them on as gamers. That's all. It's all it is. There's so many boys and viewers. Yeah. That's the only reason. I feel like it's cool that Throne did the whole Epic endorsement though.
Yeah,
that
that was nice.
Those are good shafts too.
See,
Yeah,
like
those
that's another reason why I kind of like Throne better. Not just because of that shaft, but like he does a lot more about the community. Really, like he's a lot more community oriented as opposed to. Which I mean, I can't blame Greg. I mean, he's making a lot of money doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
But it's cool that he's just Thrown so much more personable. It seems like, and like if you ran into Throne like Joe at a
It
tournament.
honestly feels like he's more of a decent person.
Yeah, not that Greg's a bad person, but
Right, exactly.
he's just more charismatic.
Yeah, that's very true.
Let's see.
Are you guys playing summer league?
Well, yeah, I was on a travel team, and then we just finished, but I'm playing fall ball.
I just finished.
graduated.
I'm playing local fall ball and just finished kind of like a showcase league. So I just did those two, and then I start. My high school team is doing a fall thing where we go tournaments every Saturday. I'll start that too.
I just graduated, so I'm not playing at all right now.
Nice.
I'm
I'm going into 9th grade, so I'll be a freshman, but I'm playing in the varsity team, so that's why.
Nice.
I ran my own box league this summer, but it was really difficult getting people to come out because around here lacrosse is most people's second sport, so they don't like putting a lot of effort. It's frustrating as anything. Like
the thing that carries lacrosse in Northeast Ohio is honestly all the club college teams, and all the D3 college teams. That's what really keeps it going because, like, the kids I'm playing with right now in my fall ball league, no offense, they all suck, but it's like the kids they play football, soccer, and then they play lacrosse. And so the thing with lacrosse is they'll play during the season and not know what they're doing, and they play during this league and they're trying to learn, but they don't focus. They're not putting time into it.
Yep, that's exactly how my team is.
The best thing I've heard, the funniest thing I've heard this year, is my neighbor he does a lot of product testing for us and plays a lot. He's on the school team, and what he does is he's like he's the only kid from the school team who plays in this local league that's 1 mile from the school, and there's 60 kids in the program, and the coach goes, where's the rest of your teammates? He's like, oh, none of them actually like lacrosse unless it's during season. Like, It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Really kind of kills it.
Lacrosse is growing out here in Vegas. We don't have any pro teams for any sports though, so it's not
Yeah,
really
it kinda
popular in
sucks.
that aspect. But yeah,
Hey, Ohio Machine, they're doing the best they've ever had in their whole.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
yeah.
Kyle.
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah,
happy.
exactly. But it's only because we have Kyle Harris and Peter Vaughn.
Yeah.
You know?
Peter Baum's like one of the highest. He has the most goals this season, doesn't he? Or he's like within a couple of goals.
Yeah,
isn't
he is. And then now we just got Steve Waldeck, so I'm happy.
I mean, not even that. I mean, look at our attack line. We probably have 2 all-star attack lines.
But no, you know the best attack line in lacrosse? The Rattlers attack line. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Look at them right now. They have 6 attackmen. They have 2 Thompsons. They have Kevin Lavelle, and they have oh my gosh, Mark Matthews. So Kevin Lavelle, both the Thompsons, and Mark Matthews.
Yeah. I see what
That's
you're saying.
like the attack line.
Actually,
Right there.
Mark Matthews was like a much smaller presence in the World Games than I thought he was going to be.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I thought,
sure.
I mean, Mark. When I think of Canadian players, but then again, he's like the biggest name to come out of like college in the past 2
And, you know,
years.
he doesn't. The thing about him is he doesn't really fit the lacrosse prototype. Like he's a really big guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's
He's
strange.
huge.
Yeah. Best thing, yeah. And then I think the biggest presence, honestly, one of the biggest presences in the World Games was Rabel. Because I mean,
yeah.
you saw a highlight of him almost every game, whether it was like a really great behind the back pass or like a gun. It was ridiculous.
He tried to behind
Steve
their back in the
Bell
championship.
just beat it up in every single game.
You know the very first game against Canada? Throws over his head.
Yeah, that
That
was
was,
sick.
it was
Oh
probably
yeah, I
awesome.
saw that. I was sick.
And then there's also Tucker Durkin that got named. He got a big award from World Games.
Yeah,
Best,
defensive
he
MVP.
got awarded best defenseman of the World Games. There was.
Oh yeah. He got that. He got the award.
Yeah.
I know. I was impressed with Iroquois team, dude. They were really aggressive.
For how I don't think they were a very full team, and for how like many
Well,
holes I guess that they really had, they played really
How young
well.
their team is? Most of their team was
Yeah,
either
that's
in college or just graduated.
That's true.
Yeah.
Compared to
It was pretty
Canada,
much all of Onondaga, and then the
compared to Canada, it was either college seniors or really old players. You know, because like you would have had what's his name? What's his name? He's the Gate, sponsored by Gate. John Grant. You would have had John Grant. That guy is old to be playing lacrosse. You would
yeah
have had him in the team, but then he couldn't do it because the
testosterone treatment.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. I feel like he should have played though, because I mean this might be his last World Games.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely gonna be his last ones, and he's definitely, in my opinion, one of the best players that plays today. Even though
Right.
he's much more of a box player, but even when he plays field, it's insane what he pulls off. He's pretty much like a Powell, like when you think about like the stuff he can do.
That's why I like watching Canada play. They're more box based. It's really fun. They're aggressive though.
I didn't like Canada in the sense that they almost started a fight with every team they played.
That's true.
Well, that's
You
just
know,
a box player.
If you looked at it
Yeah, it's box.
compared to like the U.S., like there was one great shot or one great like angle on the picture. What happened was the defenseman from Canada shoved his fist up Paul Rabel's throat, like through his helmet, and just trying to beat him up. And Paul Rabel just backs off and just looks at him, doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
Like that's classy right there.
But see, that's
Another
one
question.
flaw that Canada has, though.
Johnny ____ P. What's your guys' favorite stringing and pockets and shooter setup?
well, I guess this isn't really a question for me since I use traditional, but
I was thinking
For
about
me,
doing
you know-
traditional for my next game.
Yeah, for me, I know it's always been a low pocket with either 2 straights or a U and a straight, and I always use nylon for sure. This is like, I mean, it's a pretty good low pocket with pretty
I
good
go
channel.
mid.
Yeah.
I go mid, and then I do the straight nylon, straight shooter, and then 2 U's.
What's up?
Dang, got the CEO boys going on here.
What are you talking
I have 2 CEOs.
Yeah,
Pink one.
I've had
black
two
one.
CEOs in the past. I got rid of them though because they don't really fit. I know the other attackman on my team uses CEOs.
I love the CEO for the
He
time.
just got starting All-State and he had 52 goals this year, and he's had the same stick and same pocket for 3 years. It's South Beach ECM with a Volt CEO, and it's like the perfect high pocket. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
When the CEO first came out, I thought it was the ugliest head that ever was like made, pretty much. But then I got to see some really good string jobs in it, and then once I got my hands on one, I was very pleased with it.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
I think the Lakota U. I feel like I really like the Lakota U because it's kind of a head that I could see myself using eventually. Lakota U and Stallion U are two heads that are pretty nice.
I don't know. I feel like both those heads are so one-dimensional. They're not very
they are,
dynamic.
yeah, for sure.
But
I think if I played college, though, as far as X-Specs goes, or as universal spec goes, I would probably go with one of those. Actually, I'd probably go with the Superpower.
I'm trying to get my hands on a Evo Pro X6, but
Yeah.
it's hard to find them that people aren't on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's the same plastic as the
Well,
the
for my
Evo.
pocket, what's going on?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
You got it.
I always use the 2Us, but then honestly, I started messing with patterns a little bit because I started using Stallion a little more, and now I'm just doing 2 straights with a stack nylon.
I prefer.
Yeah,
I don't
because
use it
I use
often. I prefer straights.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I like
still go
use
back
for
to
hold.
if I use mesh, yeah, I usually do most kids prefer use anyway. So when I'm stringing for other people, it's more often than not have at least a U or 2 U's in there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so true. That's the same with me.
If I'm in a game where I need to feed more, I use 3 straights. This is my like feeding head basically. And then if I'm shooting or like if I'm outside more, I use the one with my U's on it.
Yeah,
It just makes my shot a little bit faster and accurate.
It's so stereotypical, but this kid just started down the block for me, like just started. Same age as me, but he immediately the first things I'm like, what kind of stringing do you want? He's like, the first thing he says is I want 2 U's, and I'm like, dude, that's the worst setup you could have for a beginner. It's like he doesn't even know how to pass and throw correctly right now. It's like
Yeah. I was like assist first kind of attackman. Like I fed way more than I went out to shoot, and so having just the straights, I don't know. I didn't have, and then again I was using traditional. So, but if I was using mesh, I would definitely have a.
our team this year was horrible. Like I've never seen a worse middle school team in my life, but it was sad in many ways because it was mostly beginners. And then there's me and my friend who both play attack and midi, and we played for like 6 years. And so the plan this year was give it to my friend who plays midi, then he gives it to me and I shoot. It was just ridiculous. Like I think I had 3 assists the entire season.
You think that's bad? People are starting. I mean, I started my sophomore year, so that's how like underdeveloped it is here. But we had starting like junior and senior year, and then it's just where do you place them? As that's the hardest thing. Like where do you play them?
Our high school team, they got 3rd in their division out of all of Ohio this season. And
What team was that?
They're awesome.
What team is it?
Lake High School, Lake Blue Streaks, Lake Union. They normally play. They played a lot of teams, oddly enough, in like the Ohio region, like of Pennsylvania. So like a lot of those teams are over like really close to us, and then a lot of teams farther away. So they had a lot of driving games, but they only lost 2 out of 19 games this year. They did great.
Mason it was nationally ranked this year, and they're an hour away from where I am, and then it's Cincinnati St. X, where Connor Busick is from.
Yeah.
They're
the biggest one in our area. Biggest one in our area you might have heard of is Hudson Lacrosse. They're ridiculously good, but the problem is, I mean, their advantage they have versus everybody else is that they have 2 youth programs for the younger guys. They have 2 middle school teams and 2 high school teams. So they have overall in all their programs they have like 300 kids or something. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So they they pretty much have a feeder program where with my team I play in, the high school has a lot of kids. They have like 30 kids in the team, and then our middle school had 11 kids this year. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I'll be right back though.
All right.
Our middle school team kind of separated off. They stayed with like an old league, and our high school team started this new league this year. But the team that I play for, our varsity, we went and they won state this year. So that was pretty cool. And JV, we won every single game during the season except for one. And then the championship game, we couldn't win. And so we lost.
Yeah, that's the same story with the high school team for my team. Exactly. Yeah, that's always tough.
You guys, did you guys watch the All-American games this year?
I didn't watch them.
We have this kid on our team. His name's Justin Anderson, and he's going full ride to UNC, and he got MVP of like I think both of the All-American games. So that's pretty cool.
That's so rare.
That's
amazing. That's so rare for a kid normally from the West to go that high up. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Jake So.
Got quite a few.
Yeah. Jake Sao. I'm not sure how you say it. I think it's Sao. But he's the number one recruit, and he's in somewhere in California. I think he's in. I don't know exactly. But
that's like Justin.
He's going to Duke. He's the number one.
Yeah, that's like, the way it played out for our team this year was that our goalie got goalie of the year in our state, and then 4 or 5 starting guys got 5 starting positions on all-state team, and then it's starting to look like a guy who's graduating next year is going to go to Ohio State and play. Because he's like the best player I've ever seen. It's ridiculous.
That's awesome.
At the camp I went to, we had a lot of really good collegiate players. Connor Busick, Matt Kavanaugh, the Tundos. They played at Ohio State and Rutgers and stuff like that. Just some long pulls from Virginia and everything like that. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Everybody thinks I'm going to play D2, but I honestly don't, and honestly do not want to play D1 at all because it's a little bit too hyped for me. You know, it's like everything's big.
That's how I was talking to. I was talking to this guy that played for Syracuse, and he was at my camp. He's one of the coaches, and he was saying if you're gonna play D1, you got to pick a school that's gonna be like winning a lot, and so because it's all lacrosse all the time, and so if you're not gonna win, there's no point.
Exactly. There's a team here called Hiram. They are Division III.
They recruited me. They wanted me to play for them.
Dude, you should have. Their program is growing, and this year it's going to be intense. Like
really,
because Hiram's 9 miles from my house, and that's kind of somewhere I'd like to play. But my coach thinks I'm going to end up going higher than that. But that's somewhere where I'd like to play potentially because it's one of the nicest campuses in our area by far, and it's.
I didn't get to visit it.
The whole environment for Hiram is amazing.
Yeah.
Did they? What kind of scholarship did they offer you?
Well, I didn't apply, and I didn't really look into them as much because they weren't my best offer. So I didn't. It's a D3 private school, so they're not going to give you a lot of money. That's the only thing.
In the past, I know there's a guy who goes to Kent State where I live right now. I live right on Kent State's campus, pretty much. But there's a guy here I know. He got drafted by Hiram. And he's never played lacrosse in his life. He's a soccer player. And they wanted him for his speed and agility. That's what they wanted him for.
Mm-hmm.
Are you planning on playing anywhere?
There's a local college. I'm going to play club there because I'm practically going there for free.
Nice.
So my best offer, it was a D3 school in Columbus. So it's called Otterbein. I don't know if you... Yeah, that was my best offer, and the coach was really interested in me. But
Otterbein...
$30,000. Yeah, it's like a 3-year program, and they've made it to the playoffs the past 2 years. So the coach is great. I went to a showcase. Can't remember what high school it was. It's a titanium showcase, a titanium D3 showcase, and he was an amazing coach, and he was really interested in having me come out there. But it's a $3,000 school, or $30,000 school. I got half of it on academic tuition. Yeah. But for not even being specializing what I want to do, and because if you're going into school, like I mean, if you're just playing lacrosse at D3 level, there's more. And plus, I've only been playing since my sophomore year, so it's not like I'm gonna make a career out of it.
At
So,
what point? At what point did you start getting recruited?
my summer before senior year.
Yeah.
So
I know
that was after 2 seasons of playing. So if I would have started like forever ago,
most of the guys in our region of Ohio get recruited by either teams in like our region of the United States. A lot of them, but some of them will actually get recruited to the teams in the West, and they normally get recruited at the beginning of their sophomore years. We see it a lot over here.
Well, see, no coach goes to Northern Kentucky to get a player, though. That's the thing.
That is so true. It's not even funny. Yeah.
So, like, we've had actually one of my buddies. He's going to be a senior this year. He's on our team. He has looks from, I think it's Detroit Mercy, and that's his.
There's a girl from right around here who's actually going there for a few guys who got drafted.
Yeah, and that's his best D1 offer. But it's like he's honestly, he could play on a much better team. But it's like no one goes to Northern Kentucky to like, look for
honestly, I would never ever in my life play at a school in Detroit. You know, it's Detroit, so it's like I don't know. But I mean, like the way it works around here for scouting and recruiting goes, Hudson. Whoever's playing Hudson is going to get scouted because they have won state championships year after year after year. They have the best program around. The kids are total turds, no offense to them, but they're just total jerks. They cheat all the time, but they get recruited to go to all these high Division I places. And like the big giant private school that's like a boarding school around here, the goalie for the Terps is actually from there. So it's pretty big in the region.
Amato or the backup?
Huh?
Nico Amato or the other one? Or
pretty sure it's the backup. He played starting last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
one of their goalies was at that same camp. I was at.
But a lot of it is from private schools around here, and then the Lake program where I played just started 3 years ago, so they haven't really seen anybody go big yet. A lot of players are playing club in D3, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like
I would love playing MCLA. Like,
right,
the kind of competition there is great.
MCLA is so hard to find in the Ohio region. It's like
because it's pretty much most of it's all West.
Right, exactly.
MCLA is West, and then the NCLA or whatever it is, the NLA, whatever it is, that's pretty much the East Coast, like the big East Coast college. Well, not East Coast, but like Eastern teams.
Yeah. Like, I know for my team next year, we'll probably have 75% of our team will be drafted to play college because I know my coach says I will play, and then this kid, the kid who's like a star, him and all of his friends are like just insanely good. And I mean, I could see them easily playing D1. But I don't know. I kind of want to play D3 at heart though because I like smaller colleges honestly. It's like it seems to work better. Plus, you can be a star easier and everything too.
The only problem with, and this is coming from me because I've gone through the whole college selection process.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of situational, but like with me, I wanted to go to UK because there's.
My dad teached there for like 4 years. I used to live in Lexington.
Okay. So yeah, that's just kind of. They're just a big school. They're specialized in a lot of stuff. They have a good engineering program, stuff like that. But then you go to like a smaller school, like when I was looking into Otterbein, it's like, you know, they have an engineering program. They have like classes, but they don't even have a building or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's because, like I said, if you're going, like, collegiate sports are awesome, obviously.
Right.
And I mean, I wanted to play, of course, but like if you're going at that level, it's hard to put that over. And then again, it depends on what you want to do. Like if you're doing something that's like, if you want to be a teacher, it doesn't really matter where you go. You can get a teaching degree anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'll be doing something entrepreneurial because with Thunderstring and all my other businesses, I've done a lot with that. And that's probably all I'm doing. But yeah, have you ever heard of Berea College?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to live in Lexington. We used to go to Berea all the time, and I know their college is actually 100% free to any
If you get accepted, it's free.
Right, exactly. I don't think they have any club sports at all.
No,
Pretty sure.
they don't.
It's not. It's pretty much all academics.
No, I think. I don't know. There's another college in this area that's like that, or in Lexington, that they actually have a club, like a lacrosse team.
Yeah.
I don't know
know.
if it's
I'm positive UK has a club team. I know that.
Yeah, I know a couple of the guys on their team.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the thing is, I mean, honestly, if Kent State, which is the college like we live right here, if they end up, they're the best in their club division. They're the best in the United States. And if they end up going NCAA by the end of my years, I'll be able to go there for free because my dad works there. So that would be awesome, but I doubt it's going to happen. The biggest chance for that is going to be Akron University. They're next year they're going to be MCLA, and then the year after they're planning to go to NCAA if they can get it approved, because I've never seen another team that's club from them.
Are they in whatever it is, NCAA or whatever? I can't remember what it is. The other club league.
Yeah.
That's what my school will be playing in. I'm going to Northern Kentucky University, so it's a local college around here.
I feel like I've been there actually a couple times. Where is that? What city is that in?
It's Kentucky. It's Highland Heights. So it's like
actually, I'm pretty sure I have been there.
It's ugly, but it's cool.
Of course.
So
the girl down my street and our goalie who got named Boy of the Year got offers, but he doesn't want to play anywhere. Because I guess he's really smart. But he's going to a college called Hocking Hills.
Never heard of it.
It's tiny. I looked it up. It's like 2 giant buildings. That's it. And it just looks so ugly. And I'm like, dude, you got all these offers. Why would you not take them? He's like, I don't want to play lacrosse. Whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what happens though. I guess a lot of people get bored by that point in their life that they feel like it's not a possibility for them to play.
Yeah. See, that's that's why it's almost bad for me because I just started playing and then now I can't pretty much. It's like I'm ready to go. But
you see a lot of MCLA and a lot of other club divisions. A lot of the guys actually end up playing pro. It's really interesting. So like Connor Martin played MCLA and a bunch of other guys did. And the thing about
Chapman.
The thing about NLL is that a lot of the guys are totally normal guys who have lacrosse experience and can rip. That's a good majority, especially with the whole Zach Dorn thing. He plays in Chicago's pro team, and I mean the guy. I
didn't know. I didn't know that he was like. I thought he was just like a college student that just.
No, he's not in college anymore. He plays for the Chicago's pro box league team. They're good, but I mean he's like one of their stars. But it's kind of that was kind of a rip off almost what they said. How he's just a fan, but he has lacrosse experience, a lot of it.
Well, yeah.
You can't play pro box and be considered a fan. That's the thing. That's really not fair. I mean, see, I wouldn't be surprised though now if a team offers him a contract, because if you can beat Paul Rabel and all the other guys in the speed competition, you got something coming.
Yeah, but that speed has a lot less to do with. I mean, that's time. That's a situation you're never gonna have in a game. You're never gonna have that. That much space and everything like that in the game.
The thing about Paul Rabel that I'm impressed with is that he's really not shooting so much in ML anymore. He's really a great assist guy.
Yeah, he's an assist guy.
Yeah. That was the majority of his points during the World Games was assists.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like sick assists too.
Right. I feel like he has a future. Like he'll keep going. He's pretty great. No matter
I thought
what
it was like in kind of like getting to the end of his tank before the World Games, Paul Rabel. But after seeing how he performed, I was like, I guess he still has a good amount of years left.
Yeah, I'm about to order one of the drones with the cameras, for like above field shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have a GoPro.
I mean, they're not that expensive. You can get a good one for $100 or less. And
nice.
Yeah, it'd be really awesome to shoot YouTube videos with, for sure. Well, I think I'm gonna go now.
All right.
Yeah.
I have a Reds game to get to, so.
But yeah, definitely we should do this again. Worked out
Yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah,
On the
Alright,
end
do
of
it. We might get more people later.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later. Bye.
All right, see ya.